Good morning, guys. As you can see, got the truck back. It is running like a beauty. No leaks anywhere. And the guys at the shop helped me take a look at my truck to see if there's any issues that need to be addressed. Just one. My steering box is kind of going. There's a lot of play in it, but they said it should be fine for now. For me to do whatever I need to do, but it should probably be the next thing that I address. Otherwise, engine is running perfect. Oh, batteries also need to be replaced, but yeah, other than that, everything is Gucci Mane. It is time to leave the island. I think my time here has come. It's been over 2 months on the island now, and I want to do something a little bit different. So I'm gonna head back to Vancouver to do some work on my truck and then make my way up north. Okay, so I'm just approaching the ferry terminal right now. And like I said, I've been on the island for over 2 months now, just putting around, living in my truck camper. To be honest, it's been really nice, but someone who has ADHD, this stillness thing really gets to you. And I don't mean like stillness as in moving around every day, but like stillness in terms of like maybe just environment. The rain has kind of been killing my vibe. Yeah, I think it's time to go into snow for a bit and just suffer. And then once I'm over that, I can head back here and live out the non-snowy Vancouver Island van life. But anyways, ooh, oversized. I am oversized. It's the best thing about having a truck camper is that you go into oversize, which is nice. You kind of just get to skip the line here and yeah, get to the front basically. I have a reservation, so I don't get to skip it in that way. I guess just skip the wait to get in line. But yeah. Hi, I have a reservation.
What's your last name?
Din, D-I-N-H.
How many gas tank propane you have?
2. It'll be off before I go on the ferry.
Just one person, right?
Yep.
Lane 32.
32. Yep. Thank you. Man, it is a freaking busy day at the ferry terminal. Holy moly. Where's line 32? Where is line 32? There it is. Anyways, I got another hour before the ferry takes off, so yeah, probably gonna go in the camper and do some work and then yeah, get ready to go on the ferry. I'm in front of the line for the ferry right now, so I'll be first to get out. Woohoo! This is cool. Anyways, bags packed. Gonna get out now because we're not allowed to technically stay here. And then yeah, go up and I guess just do some work.
This is an important announcement. Make your journey today safe and pleasant. Please take a moment to listen on how to be safe. There's a lot of safety knowledge behind each Air's crew member. All members of our crew are certified by Transport Canada Marine Safety and feel effective with emergency situations.
Okay, that felt like such a long time, but it's only been like an hour and a half. Anyways, we are just about to dock. The ferry is just about to get to port and we are gonna get off the ferry. And pretty much I'm heading to Richmond right away. I gotta pick up a hard drive and then I'm gonna have dinner with my friends and go see my cat. And yeah, pretty much just get ready to figure out what I'm gonna do tomorrow before I leave to Banff. Woo! Am I losing my voice? I think so. I'm not sick or anything. I think just been stressed the last few days of pretty much just leaving the island, trying to figure out how to make enough money to keep traveling. Between Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, oh my goodness. There's just way too many platforms to really figure out. And unfortunately, if I'm doing this full time, I gotta be on all four platforms and focus at least 5 to 6 hours of my day on content creation. Because at the end of the day, if I'm not working my other job, I need to be working this job, not just doing it like how I've been doing it for the past few months, where I just do it whenever I feel like doing it. But anyways, let's get off this ferry. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I almost killed myself due to the amount of traffic and parking issues that I just went through. Essentially, it's been about 2 hours since getting off the ferry, and I only made it to Richmond. I didn't make a stop for food and to buy another hard drive. But yeah, it's been fun times. Anyways, I'm gonna go have dinner with my friend and see my cat. By the way, if you didn't know, I do have a cat. My cat lives with one of my best friends in Richmond here. She's a penthouse pussy. I can say that word because it's actually a cat and it's actually a penthouse. Anyways, over it. Gonna go eat some food, play with my pussy, and then, yeah, I don't know, play some games, I guess. Good morning, friends, and just friends mainly. It's got some new batteries finally. We just went to Costco to pick them up. These are the Kirkland Group 65 batteries, and yeah, I'm gonna put it in right now. Put it in and see how much better they are than the batteries I currently have. I was debating between, they had the Energizer AMG batteries and then these Kirkland ones. And I was debating on which one to get, but the AMGs were like $100 more, no, $200, almost $200 more. So I just decided on the Kirkland ones, you know, just due to the warranty and all that. My batteries have been venting a lot because of the battery issues, so I'm just gonna clean it up with my mixture. Oh. All right, guys, I hope that solves all my issues. Give her a start and see if it starts any better. Okay, cross your fingers, guys, that was the issue. Otherwise, I might go cry. The voltages are reading high. Yeah, it feels good. This is like a balancing act right now. Those top boxes are not stable, but yeah, I am just putting a bunch of stuff away into storage that I obviously do not need, like skateboard, pack raft, my trail runners, and then some of my spare parts like my turbo. Definitely do not need any of that. Where's my storage? I only go to the storage like once or twice a year, and I'm like, always forget which one it is, but I think it's this one. My snowboard gear is all the way in the back at the bottom. I didn't think this through. Luckily, my snowshoes are pretty available, so I'll have to dig for these. Boots. These are the only boots I have. They're cork boots, so I'm going to take them with me for the deep snow. The deep snow. Alright, so I spent like a day and a half in Vancouver, and I still got a lot of stuff to do with my truck, but I really just don't feel like doing it anymore. So I am gonna go to Squamish right now to see my friends and stay there, because I also discovered another issue with my truck, which really freaking sucks. But yeah, I'll show you guys once I get to Squamish. So I just got to the parking lot here in Squamish, the Wally Mart. Oh, it is freaking a little bit chilly outside. But essentially, what has happened is I found mold, I think is once it's infiltrated, mildew in my camper. Just gonna turn on the lights, but essentially what's happening is whenever I'm in the camper by itself causes so much condensation that all the windows that are covered get condensation on them, and they just fill all the cracks with water. So this is why I have my blinds just half up. So my bedroom, or the bed area, it has 4 windows, which I think is pretty absurd for winter camping. But there's 2 on the sides right now, they're kind of covered, and then the 2 in the front. But for the whole time that I've had my camper, I've had these on the front 2 windows covering it. And I guess with them covered, the amount of condensation on those windows were so insane that the whole back wall part where essentially the cover was pretty much just sealed in all of the moisture. And yeah, my walls had mildew on it, and like the amount of condensation was so insane that the bed was getting wet too. So what I've done is I've pulled these covers off. I had the whole bed out, just sitting over here, this area, and then the heater's just been on for the last 2 days straight, and just drying everything out. And there was a rainstorm, so it's not leaking. This is purely condensation because it's been raining for the last few days, and when I have the heat on, everything up there is dry, completely dry. So that's gonna suck. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna deal with it yet. My current plans are just to buy insulation and completely seal the window off. But I don't actually know exactly if that's gonna do the trick or not. But yeah, I think for the time being, I'm gonna just have to leave the heater on 24/7. Okay, so long story short, I've been in Squamish for the last 7 days, week and a half. I kind of lost track, but essentially what happened is, I guess just maybe past few months of traveling around really got to me. And when I got to my friend's place in Squamish, I just had zero energy. And I think the fact that I had a place to stay just gave me that push of just going over the edge and just being like, Tuan, you have no energy. Let's just chill the heck out. We're just gonna stay put for a week. We're not gonna do anything. We're not gonna do much. And then, yeah, once we feel ready to go, we'll go back on the road. So essentially that's what I've been just doing. I've been just hanging out in Squamish, just being with friends, climbing, just again, not doing too much. But yeah, yesterday I just had the feeling to leave, so that's what I did. I have left, and I am now on my way to Calgary. Weird, Calgary. Why would you go to Calgary? I'm not actually going to Calgary. I'm heading to Calgary to pick up Angela from the airport. She left her van on Vancouver Island, and it just makes more sense to do that because that van is not as capable as this truck, nor does she really want to be driving the whole time in the snow. So yeah, so that's what's happening right now. I'm making my way to Calgary. I'm actually still in Vancouver, or just on the outskirts of Vancouver, leaving. Got a long drive ahead of me, about 12, 13, 14 hours, depends on how fast I'm driving, the road conditions. But yeah, I'm making my way now. I'm not trying to get there overnight. I'm gonna try to get there in 2-3 days, I have a couple days before I have to get there, so I'm not in too big of a rush. Making my ascent on the Coquihalla right now. The only thing is my EGT gauge stopped working a while ago, and I'm always scared of hill climbs because I can't have an accurate reading on my EGT. But I think I've driven my truck well enough without the gauge, or even with the gauge, that I have an idea of what temperature it's probably sitting at. But essentially I'm just trying to stay out of high boost as much as possible. So I'm not driving the speed limit, which is 120 kilometers. I'm driving around like 100 kilometers, keeping my boost low, only really pushing it for steeper climbs and not for long periods of time. The only thing I really need is my transmission temperature, and because I have the newer transmission with the 6.0 cooler, I'm fairly confident that it won't overheat. I mean, I haven't even reached 150 degrees Fahrenheit yet on my transmission temperature, so I'm pretty good on that. But yeah, we're climbing the Coquihalla right now. My ears are popping, and luckily it's just rain. Looks like it's becoming a really beautiful day. We got a little bit of blue skies out there. Road conditions are perfect. This stretch we're driving through right now actually burned down, or there was a forest fire here a couple years ago, which is crazy because I actually drove through this as it was happening. Obviously, I think it was further in the distance, but essentially this fire started in the left, I believe. I actually don't know which way it started, but essentially just hopped the highway. So it was such a big forest fire with just enough wind for the fire to hop across the highway and take out the other side as well. But we're away from Kamloops right now, and I'm getting kind of hungry at this point, but we've kind of just went through the worst of the worst. We've gone up the pass of the Coquihalla, down the pass, and we're entering Merritt now. I think there might be another pass we might have to go through from Merritt to Kamloops. I don't actually remember off the top of my head, but I guess we'll see once we get up there. But truck is doing fine. Holy crap, it's actually 10 degrees Celsius out, which is really warm. So I've just decided that I'm not even really that hungry right now, and I just want to keep driving. So I'm not going to make a stop in Kamloops, and instead I'm just going to go straight ahead. I think I'm going to make my stop in Revelstoke for the night. I might even go further, honestly. But essentially I just want to drive as much as possible during the day because I just hate driving at night. Revelstoke is still pretty much a 3-hour drive away, 250 kilometers. I realistically could just keep driving. I have enough fuel to do the next 250 kilometers straight to Revelstoke, but otherwise conditions have been really great. No rain after the Coquihalla, obviously. All right, so stopped here at Princess Auto. There's one thing that I noticed on my truck the other day. Let me show you guys. Light off. But essentially, my block heater, something must have happened to it, because yeah, that's kind of looking like that right now. Already, I think I did a pretty good job. Not buying more than I need, but I got the outlet, or the plug, whatever you want to call it, and then I bought 2 lighters. If you guys haven't seen from my previous videos, I don't own a lighter at all, so definitely something I need if I want to make a fire. But yeah, they were on sale for like $1.50, so I was like, forget, I'm getting a bunch of them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, and now we are on our way to Revelstoke, which is still a 2.5-hour drive away. Still not hungry. For some reason, I am not hungry at all. I don't know why, but see, this is what I get so scared of, is when people, they recognize me and they'll, I don't know, they'll just give me so much attention. I'm like, I'm not used to this. I'm not a star of anything. I'm not famous. I just am a dude that makes videos, and because that guy was just lingering right next to me, and he like put up his phone and he was like, "Is this you?" And it was my Instagram. And I'm like, oh. Anyways, it's always cool, I guess, when that happens. But for someone who has social anxiety, that definitely makes me uncomfortable. But no, it's totally cool when people do that. It's just something that I have to work on myself. I don't know. It's just something that I have to work on myself, getting out of those situations of being socially awkward and just, I don't know, owning up to it. Whatever. Anyways, we're just about to get to Salmon Arm right now, which means we're about another hour and 20 minutes from Revelstoke. I'm getting a little hungry right now, so I might go and stop in Revelstoke and get some food. But yeah, anyways, that was weird. Not that weird, but that was interesting. The power steering is absolutely terrible. Got my Chinese food. I was gonna get Mexican, but I was like, you know what? I love Chinese food, so I'm gonna get a little Chinese food, a little Chinesey action. And now I'm on my way to find a place to sleep for the night. I think I could stay at the rest stop here, just before Revelstoke. So I'm heading out there right now. It's about 5 minutes away, and these parking lots are so tight. I hate driving this big truck, especially when I can barely see anything. I know you're gonna make a joke about how Asian people can't see, but you know what? That's so true. That's so true. The reason why I hate driving at night is whenever there's oncoming traffic, I think it's because I have astigmatism that I can't see the lines on the ground. Like whenever there's a headlight pointed at me, like everything is just completely washed out and I can't see anything. But yeah, I got my chant. But yeah, let's head to the rest stop and take a chill pill because I am too amped up right now for my Chinese food. Oh, this is actually one of the earliest I've woken up in a long time. It's not even that early. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. But it is time to get to Banff. I'm just in Revelstoke right now. I'm looking for the cloth. I've been dealing with a lot of condensation in my truck. It's just what happens when you have single pane window in a cold, wet climate, and I guess the inside of your camper is hot enough, but that was causing a lot of mildew in my truck when I had panels covering a certain wall, and I guess moisture would just get trapped. But yeah, it's kind of frustrating, but it's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. So every morning I'm just gonna have to wipe down the windows where I sleep because that just gets such a buildup of condensation. And yeah, I'm gonna have to do this to prevent water from pretty much just intruding my camper. And at some point today when I get near a hardware store, I'm gonna look for something that wicks up moisture to help, because this is just not really good in the long term. Oh, it's only 2 degrees. We shouldn't have any issues starting. I don't even recycle the glow plugs more than once. I don't generally take my truck through drive-thrus because of the height limit thing, but the Tim Hortons here doesn't have one of those, so for once in my life, I can take my truck through a drive-thru. I got a whisper mode on this truck, which just drops idle, so then it makes it more quiet, so I can order at a drive-thru. I don't know if you guys can hear the difference here. That's the difference. But even in the whisper mode, it's not even that quiet, to be honest.
Hi there, good morning.
Hi, can I get a large double-double?
Sorry, large double-double?
Actually, sorry, can I get a sausage farmer's wrap meal with a large double-double?
Sorry, I cannot hear you well.
Let me turn off my drop. Can I get a sausage farmer's wrap
Something else?
with a large double-double and hash brown? guess I had to shut my truck off for that. I guess it's not as quiet as I thought. Nah, I think it's just, nah, I don't know. Whatever. I thought it was cool for a second there, but clearly I'm not. Thank you. Ooh, the sip of coffee. Oh, okay, we're gonna go. Okay, let's get out of here. Onwards to Banff. Only 3 hours. Not a bad drive. You want to know what I got? I got a hash brown, coffee. This is a large double-double. And for my American friends out there, a double-double is essentially just a 2 cream, 2 sugar type of deal. Sausage farmer's wrap. Essentially what this is it's a wrap with eggs, a hash brown, and a sausage, and cheese, obviously. When I worked in forestry, I would eat one of these every morning, and then I had to stop because I realized I was spending $10 a day on Tim Hortons. So this is probably the first one I've had in like months.
We don't care if it's only a dream. Nothing is really what it seems anyway. Now little by little, in the twilight's gentle flow, in the dance of fading light we grow. And all the warnings.
Just pull off on the side of the highway right here. I had to pull off to admire what's in the distance. Oh man, it's such a beautiful day today. Or beautiful, it's so beautiful outside today. It's so beautiful outside here. If you can't see or you can't tell, that over there, that's like a little arch. We're at Rogers Pass. This is the Rogers Pass and I'm over right now. We're at the summit. But yeah, just kind of soaking this in right now. Truck is looking super fine in the snow. Although I did notice something. That down there, that's my steering. Oh, it's probably really loud, but that's my steering dampener. That's my steering dampener. I forgot that it was bent. I knew it was bent. I don't know when I bent it. It must have been when I was crawling up something and hit the front end with a rock. But I probably want to get that fixed because that's probably hitting my, what is that? Something steering bar? The tie rod? Well, you know, not a conventional, but I don't know what it's called on a solid front axle, but that's bent. I'm gonna see if anybody in Calgary or Banff has like a slide hammer or whatnot that can help me fix that, but I've not driven that far. I've driven like 45 minutes if I'm gonna be honest.
When you wanna be loved by everyone, you get fooled by anyone so easily.
We have officially made it to Banff. I need to get my windows cleaned. They are so dirty right now that I cannot even see behind me. So I'm gonna go into Lake Louise right here and find a gas station where I can squeegee my windows. One other thing I'm trying to figure out is over here, my wiper blades doesn't squeegee that part, so I gotta try to get it right there and then go and take a look to see why. Kind of horrible. I've figured out, you can see that the blade doesn't have full contact with the glass. My wiper arm is loose, so it's not springing down as hard as it should be. So I actually don't know how to take the wiper arm off. I'm gonna quickly Google this right now. Yeah. Oh. I think that shaft is loose and that's what's causing my issue. Bummer. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about this. Maybe we can bend the arm a bit. I think bending the arm did the trick. talking about how I'm probably going to need wiper fluid earlier, and actually need it now. I'm completely out, but we're 15 minutes away from the town of Banff. I just have a really dirty windshield right now because I have none, no wiper fluid. Wow, give me at least one squirt. Nah, I got none. But the mountains are freaking so vibrant right now. This is absolutely insane. Okay, I just picked up some washer fluid and get this topped up, and pretty much I think I'm just gonna go into town and grab some groceries. Okay, so I just got into Banff, and that's gonna be it for the video. I'm just gonna go see my friends and just hang out for the next few days before getting back into the camping spirit. It's warm right now, but it's gonna be freaking cold in the next week. It's supposed to be dropping down to like -10 and then -20, -30 at some point. So it's gonna be really interesting how my truck fares in that temperature. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Sorry it took a while to post this video, and sorry that this video wasn't too exciting, but you know, that's just normal life, and it is what it is. But in the following weeks, I'm going to be out camping and doing all this cool stuff, so it's going to get more interesting, and hope you guys stay tuned. Anyways, I'll see you next time.